Hey guys, so I'm gonna do a questions and answers video. Those people on my Patreon submitted questions, and I'm excited about the questions that were submitted. So we have about 30 questions, and we're just gonna get to it. So, like I said, these are from everyone on my Patreon. First question is from Heather. She wants to know out of curiosity why she's seen baby Chris videos all of a sudden pop up. YouTube, like I said, I've been having some problems with YouTube, so they removed some videos, so I've been resharing some videos, older ones that I still had, so that's why you've seen older videos pop up recently. Rebecca wants to know if I can tell you guys step by step the reborning process. If you want to do the reborning process step by step, you can pledge that reward tier on my Patreon, which the link to my Patreon will be in the description below. If you pledge that amount monthly, you will every month get a tutorial step by step on how to paint a specific kit that I'm working on. Right now I'm painting the Realborn Dominic by Bountiful Baby, and part 1 of the process is up. I hope to have part 2 of the process up very soon, and then the final part. Let's see, Montenegro Babies. What's the weirdest gift you've ever received? Who was it from and what did you do with it? Let's see. About 8 years ago, my dad gifted me a quesadilla cooker, and I was like, it's kind of weird. It was round, shaped like a pizza, and you put 2 tortillas in there to make a quesadilla. And when he first gifted it to me, I was like, what the heck are you thinking? And then it ended up being a really awesome cooking thing. And I don't know what happened to it, but I used to make like all different types of quesadillas in it, like cheese with chili beans. And it actually, even though I thought it was the worst thing I could ever get, it ended up turning into a pretty cool thing. So that was it. Ali says, if there ever was a day to come, God forbid, that you stop reborning, what will be your next job? Would you ever get tired of painting? I do want to get a state job, and that's something I need to start working on this next coming year. Not because I want to quit painting, but because I would like to have painting back to a hobby, not a source of income. I mean, it is a source of income, but I want to get it back to a hobby. So this year I might be trying to work on getting a state job. We'll see. I don't think I could ever get tired of painting. The only way I'd get tired of painting is if I only did customs, because a lot of people, when I deal with customs, they make me tired of painting. But not all of them. So I've just become more picky with who I do custom work with, and I really make sure people are understanding of how I do my customs. So we've got Tasha, if you could choose any silicone artist in the world to buy a baby from, who would it be? Her YouTube channel name is South Willows Reborns. I would love to get a Sylvia Manning baby or a Joanna Kazmarek, because I haven't seen those 2 silicones in person. Let's see, Joanne, how do you keep a balance between paint and your wonderful art and family? Balancing family with the art is kind of hard, but I try to not put in more than 40 hours a week into my painting time, because in California you technically aren't supposed to work more than 40 hours a week, otherwise it's overtime, and nobody pays me overtime. So pretty much I find myself more as a night working person than I am a daytime person. So, you know, and we're all here. Tambry comes in the room and chats with us, and you know, I paint right there with Jackie. So we try to do trips. We're doing more things this year, like getting out of the house. So I think we're balancing it all right. Let's see. Carol Lee, and her YouTube name is Fun Reborns 81. What's my favorite holiday and why? Well, I really enjoy Thanksgiving because of the food, but then I really enjoy Christmas because of the decorations. I love to decorate, and I've seen some decorations recently on Instagram that I'm like, next year I want to try to do that, and it's just over decorating. It's really cool though. Kathy, is Molly coming back and when? Yes, Molly will be making an appearance very soon. That is something I wanted to try to do today. It's only 12:30 my time, so I'm trying to make the appearance with her today, if not tomorrow the latest, but definitely, hopefully today. Nick, what colors do you use for your ethnic skin tone? I don't really do much ethnic painting anymore, but I did use like burnt umber, a yellow, like a mint green to tone the burnt umber, and some flesh in there, like a white flesh. Let's see, Joni, do you enjoy watching people unbox dolls I've created? Yes, I do. I do enjoy it. I enjoy them when they're a few minutes like lengthier videos. I don't like to watch box openings that are only like 2 minutes long, because I'm like, wow, I didn't really get to hear much of the person's input, but I do enjoy them. MJ, let's see. You do beautiful work, and I know practice makes perfect. Did you go through an online training or a step-by-step book to Reborn? Well, Jackie first bought Bountiful Babies tutorial, and it helped a little bit. And then Jackie bought Precious Little Baby Dust tutorial, which was really good. So I learned from watching Jackie making mistakes and learning from those tutorials. And after that tutorials, we kind of just started doing things on our own. You really have to experiment in order to get what you're looking for. Tutorials can only really do so much, because there's a point where you have to change and keep, you know, your art new and stuff. So that's how we learned. Stacy, what would you advise to someone that wants to start a Reborn channel? How long have you been how long have I been with Jackie, I'm assuming? And how does Tambry feel about you and Jackie collecting? Starting a YouTube channel, I advise that to ignore the hate, ignore the drama, because it's gonna come no matter what. And just be yourself. It's really important to be you on that channel. Don't let the community dictate who you are, because that's gonna make a boring channel. Jackie and I have been together 7 years. Tambry doesn't care about our collecting. When we first started, I think she was a little jealous, but, But yeah, she doesn't care. Let's see. Julia.
That our love for her is unconditional, but our love for our dolls is conditional.
Yeah. That's what Jackie said.
That was random, sorry.
She's always got to chime in the video one way or another. See, Julia, who's the first Reborn you ever painted? Do I still have it? I don't still have the doll. The first Reborn I ever painted was Lucy by Marissa May. April, since you don't seem to enjoy doing Molly as much, is there a new skit in place of her continuing doing Molly? I do enjoy Molly, but I'm not inspired to do Molly like I was, but there's something that's going to be happening that is very inspiring to me with Molly. So I will be doing that very soon. Brandy, when and how did you meet your wife, and did you have a big wedding or a small gathering? I met my wife on Craigslist. I always love to say that. Be very careful when meeting people online. It can be very dangerous. So if you're gonna meet somebody, meet in public. But I met her on Craigslist. We just got married at the courthouse. As soon as it was legal, we went and rushed down there and got married. It was just her and I. Jen, what type of magnets do you use for your pacifiers, and where do you get them? I get them on eBay. They're in 42 1/16 by that I have to look up. I always, you know what, honestly, I forget, and I have to go through all the eBay auctions again and find the ones that I like. Because I buy so much stuff that I never can find them in my recent purchases. Crystal, what do you and Jackie do when we aren't reborning? Oh, we're probably shopping at Target or that. If we're not reborning, we're typically at somebody's house or somebody's over, or we're trying to go somewhere. We don't like like if we have an event planned, then we're not reborning. But if we don't have an event planned, we're reborning. If that makes any sense. Allison of Stork's Nursery. Could you please let me know, strictly beginner, basic of course, in order which steps you do, the paints and other mediums. Allison, you will want to pledge for that on my Patreon. That is where I'm doing my tutorial like stuff, which is very cheap for a tutorial. If you pledge that, you get a monthly tutorial on how to do everything you're asking when it comes to painting, basic and everything. Let's see. Miss Donnie, what exactly is this stuff used to varnish a doll? I use thinning medium when I varnish dolls. Tiffany Meyer, how do you get the skin texture without feeling sandpapery? Don't use matte varnish, use thinning medium. I no longer use matte varnish. I haven't used matte varnish and I cannot remember how long. But use thinning medium, you'll still get a texture and it doesn't feel like sandpaper. Matte varnish is horrible for that. Ranin, with so many subscribers, I'm sure you get plenty of negativity. You seem to roll right over it pretty quickly, except for rare personal incidents. Well, while so many others seem to get caught up in the tornado, how do you not sweat the small stuff? Well, like you said, some of the stuff does bother me, but that's maybe like 1%. I don't give in to it because the people that make up all those videos, there's like you know who's looking for drama. I've been around long enough to know that there's this particular group of women who create videos specifically to make drama, and I tend to be a lot of that drama because, well, when you're a bigger channel, you tend to be more talked about amongst the dramatic people. So I don't play into it. I don't watch the videos. I don't make a video because I feel a lot of the time they do those things because they want you to make a video. People who like drama want you to fight back. So if you don't fight back, it kills the fire, basically. As for negative comments, I just ignore them, but now they're being deleted because, like I said, my YouTube needs to be more heavily monitored for YouTube's guideline reasons. But yeah, as long as somebody's always going to talk about somebody, because you're always going to have people who are jealous and who are just not happy with themselves, so they're going to try to bring down other people. I see it a lot, and it's always particular people that are around. They've been around for a while, and you know, it's sad, but if you don't give them anything back, they're gonna eventually stop and move on to somebody else. And they do, they go through cycles and they move on to somebody else, and then eventually I'm the subject that they're talking about, and I just don't pay it anything. It's not even worth my time, like, honestly. Because people like that, if you make a video firing back, they're gonna make a video firing back, and it's just gonna go back and forth. And if you don't make a video, then their fire just dies out. So, and they have to live with themselves and their own actions. So basically, that's how I go. You gotta live with yourself, you gotta live with your actions. And it's funny is the people that do talk about me, when they see me in person, they're always nice to me. It really cracks me up. So, yeah, so that's how I deal with it. Donna, let's see. How do you put your reborning taxes, or do you? You have to have a business name. My business name technically is in my name because I use my social security. So meaning it's In Love with Reborns 2011 by Stephanie Ortiz. As long as you have your name in your company name, you don't have to register, like, you don't have to go do the, what is it? When you have to let people know that you're creating a business, you can use your social security number, and that's what I do for my taxes. And anybody doing this should be filing their taxes. I'm late though. We're working on it. See, Luna's Reborn Love. For someone who's never used Genesis Heat Sense paint, she's used air dry. What would you recommend? An area for the house, the new wave. I've seen a lot of people put it in the garage, but I don't have one and I have small children. Okay, so when we had new waves and we didn't have a garage or anywhere to place them, we placed the new wave, let's say in our bedroom, right? On a TV tray table, and we opened the window behind it, and we had a fan pushing out any fumes that it will make, because kits do put off a small fume. So we had the fan, the window behind the new wave, pushing the fumes out with the fan. We lived in an apartment once, and we had like a studio, like a patio that had an overcover. So we put out a table right there, and we put the new waves out there. So that works as well. That's what I recommend. You just want the new waves somewhere where the fumes will be pushed out. So if you don't have anywhere to do it, you have to do it in the house. Do it in like your bedroom, in front of the window where you've got a fan pushing the fumes out. Let's see. What are the painting differences used on painting on vinyl than silicone? Oh, it's a huge difference. The biggest difference is silicone is very sticky. Their paints are very sticky and they dry really quick. Caden, what is your favorite genre of music, and who's your favorite singer? My favorite genre of music is country and alternative rock. Favorite singer? Man, I like so many, but I really do like My Chemical Romance, Panic at the Disco. I don't have a favorite singer, it's band, whatever. Reba McEntire. So yeah, I have a lot. I'm not the type that has like one sole favorite thing. Let's see, Pauline. This question may seem a bit off the wall. First thing popped in my head, have you ever sang in a choir? No, I've never sang in a choir. But however, I was in a Christmas play before I had Tambry, and I was Mary. And when I was riding my donkey in the Christmas play, I fell off.
You rode a donkey?
It wasn't a donkey, it was a... They used a lamp, they used something, I don't remember what it was. Oh, they made a donkey that you had to pull. Yeah, I don't remember. Let's see, Auden. Do you ever get recognized outside of the doll contacts, like doll shows? And her YouTube name is, her YouTube name is Foxes and Doves. I've been recognized like 5 times outside of like doll things. Twice here in Fresno. And then when I was on ABC 30, I was recognized a lot more because of that here in Fresno. So I'll just say like those who watch my YouTube, it's been about 5 times. Let's see, Lucinda Reborns, what is your favorite color and why? I don't have a why, but pink, red, black, and royal blue. And there's no why. Greta, what is your favorite memory with Tambry? And do you a story sometimes said or done? What? Okay, a favorite memory with Tambry. Well, the one that I think is really funny is when she had to have surgery done to remove her tonsils and adenoids. She was about 3. She was so... They had given her this medication that made her so loopy. And she was in a crib, and we were standing at the crib, and she was telling my dad, Papa, you have no legs. She just kept going on about how he has no legs. And we were like, no, he has legs. But she was convinced he just was floating, basically. Like, his top part of his body, and he had no legs. It was pretty funny. The medicine was amazing. Let's see, Giannis, I find myself calling you my friend. I apologize if it's creepy. How does it feel knowing you are so personable? Some of us consider you our friend. I think it's great that you guys consider me your friend. The only time it becomes really kind of weird is like when I meet you in person and I have no idea who you are, but you know who I am. And so I'm standing there going, okay, I need a name. Because you guys just typically, like at doll shows, you'll just dive right into conversation. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Who are you first? So I think it's really great that I have opened up myself so much to you guys that you guys consider yourself a friend, because that's pretty much what I want out of this channel. I don't want to be like not friendly. Let's see, Tasha. What are your future plans for your career in journal? Do you set goals, or you reach here on YouTube as an artist, or are you just rolling with the flow? And her YouTube channel name is Pixie Mommy's Reborns. I roll with the flow, basically. YouTube and everything I've been doing is just rolling with the flow. It's a daily thing of just rolling. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that was fast. Well, 20 minutes in.
That's all the comments?
Yeah, that was all of them. I went through all of them. There was like 33. Well, those are all of my questions that I was asked, and I think it's really awesome. They're great questions. I hope you guys learned a little more. And we'll be doing more questions and answers like this for those on Patreon. They're able to submit a question, and then I'm just gonna make a video like this and answer it. So I hope you guys are having a great day. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to In Love with Reborns 2011. You know, click that notification button, turn on the bells, don't ever miss a video. Like this video, share it with your friends. Did you do it? Hello?